everybody. I'll wait for you guys to kind of join in. Well, happy Sunday. I'm gonna try to adjust this a little bit. I was having a little bit of trouble this morning figuring out the camera situation, which was weird because I've done lives at this table before and I can't remember what I actually did to prop the camera up. So it just was one fail after another, but that's fine. Okay, so welcome everybody. Sorry, I'm gonna try to get this a little. Hi, happy Sunday. Today is all about the eyes. So I'm gonna go over, gosh, I wanna say 10 different types of treatments. I wanna tell you guys though, we do have another giveaway. I'm just gonna keep giving shit away as long as people send me free stuff. I'm just gonna pass it on. Hi, Elizabeth. So today the free gift is by Alia. These are red LED eyeglasses, fights crow's feet. It has a 3-minute timer on it and it reduces eye wrinkles. Come on. So I'm gonna give away this along with this Caffeine Rush Nourishing Sheet Mask, which I will tell you guys about if you are puffy at all, which we're talking about the eyes. And a lot of people mistake dark circles for puffiness. So we're gonna go over that, but these are the 2 free gifts. So if you guys can invite 3 people and then to this live now, so you can use that little airplane, the send button in the bottom right, and just invite 3 people. And then when I post it onto my my regular feed, tag 3 people, your name will go in the drawing and I'll get these out to you. The winner from last week is Sue Flyer, at Sue Flyer. So Sue Flyer won a 1-hour session with me. And these are some of the things that we could go over in a health coaching session. So I'm not just a normal health coach who just talks about diet and weight loss and exercise. I do all of that. But I also talk about skincare because skin is our largest organ. So you can tell a lot about a person's health, overall health, by looking at the condition of their skin. So I'm almost 55 years old. I've been doing this, this is my first rodeo. I've been doing this stuff, I think, since I was like 15. Of course, technology has gotten a lot better. So everybody says, what's the one thing that I can do? It takes about a dozen things to do. So it's just like you wouldn't say, I want to lose weight, therefore I'm going to exercise. And that's the only thing that you're gonna do is exercise. Yes, exercise has been proven to help with weight loss, but there's so many other things that you need to do. And the same is true when we are treating an area of the body in terms of anti-aging treatments. So this is by Venus. This is by Even Skin. This is the Venus by Even Skin. It has both red and blue light. Again, I feel so far away from you because I have this big table. If you could see my table and all the products, you kind of understand why I'm like a little bit distant today. But you turn on the red light, you can put on any eye cream. We're gonna go over some eye creams. We will be going over my top eye creams and for what they will treat. This by far is my favorite. This is by Zio Skin Health. Super expensive, but man, is this worth it. I'm not an affiliate marketer for them at all, but this is the Growth Factor Serum, eye serum. This little metal tip cools it doesn't work with anything, but it's naturally cool. So kind of cools the area down and it treats everything from fine lines and wrinkles, puffiness, dark circles. It's kind of like a miracle in this little tube thing. Highly expensive. We're gonna go over more economical treatments in a little bit, but this is the Venus by Even Skin. And let me tell you a little bit about this technology, okay? This heats the dermis up to 107.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which helps to stimulate collagen. In addition, it's got the red light. It also has a blue light. So if you've got, if I can get there, yeah. If you've got like any sort of, like a little blemish or something, you can put the blue light on there because that helps to kill bacteria. But we are in the anti-aging mode. Hello. And so all you're doing is you put your finger on the metal and it will heat this up. I can feel it warming now to 107.6, which helps stimulate collagen. and elastin. And then because of the sonic vibration, not only is that signaling to create the proteins which help with cell rigidity, but it also helps with lymphatic drainage. So like I said earlier, a lot of times people mistake dark circles for eye bags. So right now, I'm just gonna do a little lymphatic drainage here and get all of that fluid pushed out to the edge. So when you wake up in the morning, if you notice that you've got like puffiness under the eyes, it's because you've been laying down, and so that fluid will accumulate. So we've got these drainage for lymphatic drainage over here by the ears. So what I like to do, if I can get it back to the red, hello, is not only do I like to get right up there on that occipital bone to help with that crepey eyelid, which is heating up, but when you do the lymphatic drainage, I like to go all the way over to the hairline. Hi, Dimple Queen. It's so nice to see people on here that have been, when I started doing the lives, those people that are consistent. It's so nice to see people. And Dimple Queen won something. What did you win? I think you won the Prolon fast, the 5-day fast, if I'm not mistaken. I just want to let you guys know I will be starting that February 4th is when I'm going to be starting that. And the reason is that's the only product during the giveaways that I didn't have in my possession. It's being sent straight from the company. So I just want to make sure those 5 winners who won that for $199, I want to see if you guys want to start that all together. Hi, Stephanie Wolf. Stephanie just got engaged. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. You're going to make a beautiful bride. But for that one giveaway, I did not have those Prolon fasts. Yes, Dimple Queen, I know you're still waiting for that. The company is sending that directly. So that's a little bit out of my control, but I'm on their ass about it. So I just decided I'm going to start that 5-day fast, the Prolon 5-day fast, February 4th. I think that that's a Sunday, but that will be, if that's a Sunday, which I think it is, that's when I'm starting that fast. So I want to make sure that everybody who won that Prolon fast gets a chance to get their kit so we can do it together, because safety in numbers, it's not easy. I've done it before. It's doable, but not easy. But let's just keep moving on. So this again is by Even Skin. This is the Venus, and I can feel it warm. So it's heating up the dermis to 107.6, I think is that, yeah, 107.6. It has red and blue light therapy, which for the eyes, you really only need the red light therapy. It helps with the overall condition of the eyes. Now my eyes during this live, I have no makeup on, but they're gonna get pretty pink because we're gonna be doing some ablative stuff later. So just bear with me, but I do want to say this does help with fine lines and wrinkles, stimulating collagen, lymphatic drainage, and it has ion uptake. So your favorite eye creams, that's why I put the eye cream on first. This helps to better absorb them into deeper layers. So really love this. We're just going to keep moving on. These products are in my, if you go to my, don't go now, but if you go to the linked tree, you will see that that Venus by Even Skin is in the linked tree. If you guys want a code or whatever, just direct message me. Did any serums or products before using this device? Yeah, you don't want to do this on dry eyelids or around the eye because it will pull. So you can do something as simple as a hyaluronic acid. This is my favorite, Costa Baja hyaluronic acid. But I tend to use like my favorite eye creams. I've got a couple here that I like. This is the Vichy 89. Love this one. There's a couple that this is also a really good one, Dr. Dennis Gross. So I love this one. But again, we need to you have to figure out what you're treating, right? Because not all eye skin is the same. You might have different concerns than I do. So you use your favorite eye cream depending on what you're treating. And in fact, why don't I just go over the eye cream situation now before I start completely, you know, I'm gonna microneedle, we're gonna do some radio frequency, we're gonna do some microcurrent. We got a lot going on here. But let's go over the eye creams because that's what we're doing. So Dimple Queen asked, suggest something for under eye discoloration. Absolutely. My knee-jerk reaction is niacinamide because niacinamide and vitamin C, those are the two ingredients that help to brighten the eye skin. But I want to say this, a lot of people think they have discoloration under the eye, and it could be caused from various things. So the first is it could be shadowing. So if you've got a big eyebrow bone and you're in bad lighting, you'll notice that it will cast this shadow right underneath. So shadowing is one thing. If you've got eye bags, if you have a big, well, I have a pimple right here. Interesting. If you have big eye bags, you can notice, let's see if I can get close and get this done. Let's see. Okay. So if you look right here, you see this little line? It's not really a line. It's because I've got an eye bag there. And I'll show you, and it's not discoloration. It's a shadow. So you see how that just disappears? That's not discoloration. That's a shadow from some fluid that I have in here. So you just need to make sure that you're treating the right thing. So if you have puffiness that could possibly cause discoloration, you want to use something with caffeine. So my favorites, let's see. This is a good one. Oh, here it is. This is my favorite for puffy bags. Hi, Alec. This is the Ordinary Caffeine Solution. So if you've got bags under your eyes, what you're going to want to do is put the caffeine on, and then you can use something like the Venus by Even Skin, or even a Nurse Jamie. They have a lot of different rollers. So there's, you can use a jade roller. There's a lot of different rollers. But basically, all this is doing is taking that fluid out to where it can drain down that channel. So this is a way to get rid of the eye bags. So when we're doing eye bags, we're looking for caffeine and we're looking for lymphatic drainage to get that all out here, okay? If you have fine lines and wrinkles, and yes, Dimple Queen, I'm gonna get to the discoloration, but I wanna go over these things first because discoloration is often is misdiagnosed. So Riley, hi Riley. So when we're dealing with fine lines and wrinkles, which is my, well, it's not a problem. It's just, the signs of aging. So when we're dealing with fine lines and wrinkles, you want to use like a retinoid. So there's a lot of different skin eye creams that have retinoid. This is a super eye serum. My son just gave this to me. He's working for this company, FabFitFun, and he gets access to a lot of free stuff. And so he brought this to me. This is a super eye serum with retinol by Verso. I've never heard of this company before. I've never tried their skincare, but testing it out. But this is the ingredients that you want to look for. So you want to look for a retinoid if you're dealing with fine lines and wrinkles. Okay, so you can use this. Also plumping them up with a hyaluronic acid. There's a lot of eye creams like this that have a hyaluronic acid in it. And so what that does is it calls on moisture from deep within to puff those wrinkles up. So that's one of the ingredients for there. Now, if you've got dark circles, again, it could be shadowing, but it also could be super thin skin around the eyes, because this is the thinnest skin that we basically have on our whole bodies. So there's two schools of thought. One is that you ditch all the eye cream and you just use your skincare, because you don't really need to pay extra for eye cream when it's literally a diluted kind of version of a retinoid, for example. So you could just use your skincare all around your eyes, which I tend to do. But if you have these specific concerns, like in this case, discoloration, and it's not from shadowing, it could be from thin skin around, see how my eyes are, if I don't have any makeup on, it's a little pink around my eyes. That's because you're seeing the muscle and the veins underneath there. So it's not necessarily that your skin has changed color, it's that your skin is thinned and you're seeing the vascular, anatomy underneath that portion of your skin. So the way to treat that is things like microneedling will thicken up that skin. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be, it's gonna be a constant search for things. Oh, yeah, so things like microneedling is gonna thicken up that skin, and also retinoids. So creams that have retinoids in them, whether they're prescription, that's a prescription retin-A. This is a Deferin gel, which I actually love. That is something that you can put right around your eye that will thicken up that skin. Now, if it's a genetic thing, so your skin's not thick, but you actually have dark circles, the skin has changed, there is a genetic component to that, but you then want to use an eye cream that has a lightening effect. I wouldn't really necessarily recommend hydroquinone, but if you're in the care of a dermatologist and they are giving you that prescription, you can use that for a limited time and that will lighten the area. Otherwise, you use a niacinamide, proven to lighten the area, and you can also use a vitamin C. So I would use a vitamin C in the morning, which I use on my whole face, get it right around your eyes as well. And then at night, a retinoid and a niacinamide. So those are the two ingredients. There's a lot of other ingredients that lighten the skin, but those are the two over the counter that really work, the vitamin C and the niacinamide. And then a prescription is more of like the hydroquinone kind of thing. But just make sure that what you're treating is actually, don't misdiagnose. So just because it looks dark there, it could be a shadow from the bags, it could be really thin skin, and you're seeing the anatomy underneath there. But if you do have, a genetic thing where you're darkening, your skin is actually darkening, make sure that you are going to a dermatologist and you can use these types of products. Again, the niacinamide as well as the vitamin C. Make sure that you're using sunscreen, and the best sunscreen to use, period, like on your face, the best sunscreen to use is to have a tinted sunscreen. There's a lot of research showing that tinted sunscreens like this one, this is by Elta MD, and this is my favorite. This is by Ilia. This is a factor 40, and it's a tinted sunscreen. So it goes on super smooth and super light, but it will protect that area and help with the discoloration. It camouflages a little bit, but it's actually like a treatment. So it's really good. Can I give a quick recap about the giveaway? Yes, so if you tag 3 people or invite them here with that little send button on the bottom right corner, right there, you will be in the drawing. So tag 3 people, you'll be in the drawing for this giveaway, which is the red LED eyeglasses. And so it's a 3-minute timer, it fights crow's feet, and it reduces wrinkles, along with this caffeine sheet mask, which helps to depuff. So these 2 things are the giveaway for this week. Tag 3 people here when I post it to my regular site. Tag 3 more people, your name will go in the drawing, and I'll get those out to you. Okay, moving on. So we're gonna talk about microcurrent just briefly. Again, I'm not doing my full face. This is the MyoLift Mini. I love this microcurrent around the eyes because you could do 2 modes with this. You could do the erase mode to elongate, which we're gonna do a little bit of that, and you can do the educate mode, which stimulates and helps to like really tighten up. So I wanna just do this really quickly. I wanna show you what I'm doing. Putting a little squirt of the Costa Baja hyaluronic acid in this little silicone cup. If you go to my linked tree, you will see that you can click on that little Amazon icon and you can see my storefront for Amazon. And all of this is inside there. So this, and what else was I don't remember. Oh, the Costa Baja hyaluronic acid. My workspace is like a disaster right now. So you'll see me kind of like trying to get products and search for products, but that's why. It's like there's just a lot going on because you want to use multiple treatments for one area, right? Just like I said earlier, if you wanted to lose weight, you wouldn't only exercise, right? You'd get more sleep, you'd exercise, you'd lift weights, you'd make sure that you were eating properly, you'd eliminate some things. There's a lot going on. So right now, I'm gonna do this on erase mode, level 2. I'm gonna run this. Ooh. The good thing about this machine, which I love, is that you can tell if you have conductivity. So let me see if I can run. So you see this little line here that's blinking? That lets you know I don't have conductivity between these two. This is these kind of machines. It's super important because you think you're doing something right and you're not really doing something. Now the line is solid. I wish you guys could see that. Maybe you can. Now the line is solid. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a treatment here. I'm not gonna lie, I am due for Botox on Tuesday. So this is a non-Botoxed, almost 55-year-old eye, but I do a lot of this kind of stuff. So I do want to talk to you too about the surgical options that are available, because it's one of the easier things to treat surgically, especially when you're talking about like a crepey eyelid. To do an upper bleph and a lower bleph completely takes, I want to say, at least 10 years off of your life, and it's a super easy surgery to recover from. I personally have not had it done, but I have sent clients to get it done. They're super happy with the results. Again, you're looking at it's pretty costly. Like just for I want to say the lower, depends on where you live, but the lower is between 5,000 and 7,000. And they literally put the incision right by your eyelash. The upper, which kind of helps with that heavy hooded and crepiness of the eyelid, is, again, depends on where you live, but it's around 6,000 to 8,000. You don't get put under, really easy recovery. I haven't done it, but if I did, I'd film it. Okay, so right now I'm using the MyoLift Mini, and I'm doing this in erase mode. I'm on erase mode level 2. And this is elongating and stretching out those crow's feet. So I tend to just do like 3 passes and a little bit of a hold. So I'm gonna get a little closer. 3 passes, 1, 2. Oh, I am Skincare Girl said, I really enjoy your lives. You know what's funny is I never thought I would like doing them. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. And so I like the whole planning things and editing and making sure everything looks pretty. And now I'm just like, hey, it's Sunday. I'm showing up with no makeup and we're gonna get some stuff done. And I was nervous at first, and now it's like I really like it. You're so welcome. I'm so glad you guys are learning stuff. Okay, so we just did this to elongate this and stretch it out. Now I'm gonna switch it to the educate mode and a level 2. And we're gonna use this to help with the little crepey eyelids. So I'm gonna put this right here. I'm gonna go on my occipital bone and I'm gonna pinch and then hold. Let me make sure I have conductivity. I do not. So see, if I would have had a new face or something like that, I would have never known that I didn't have conductivity. So conductivity, this is not supposed to hurt at all. Microcurrent is not supposed to hurt. If you get those little zips and little painful things and a little zap here, you probably do not have enough conductive gel. So that's super important to have. So right now I'm gonna keep one probe stationary and I'm gonna put this on my occipital bone and pinch up. Make sure I have conductivity, which I do, and I'm gonna hold this for a few seconds, and I'm gonna do that 3 times. Is this a professional device? It's not, it's an at-home device. It's an amazing, amazing device, and the reason why I love it is because it has 2 probes. So there's 2 different things that you can do with microcurrent. I'm like looking around, making sure I don't have that device with me. But there's 2 different things that you can do with microcurrent. One is a press and hold technique. So it has a 2-lobe. Let's pretend this is a new face. It has a 2-lobe system and you're pressing and holding. So you can still work the eyebrows with this. You can still work the eyelids with this, right? But on that other device. But this allows you to really, this is a true microcurrent device. It allows the little electric current to pass between these in a pinch and hold. So the two modes are, for most microcurrent devices, you have a press and hold, which has a 2-lobe system. This is a pinch and hold. And the reason why I love this is because it allows you to have that erase mode where you can stretch out. You can stretch. I'm on educate mode right now, but you can stretch those wrinkles out. So you have just a lot more effectiveness with a device like this. So let's just keep going. I'm really working on, wow, my eyelid looks fantastic right now. I guess you just can't be vain while you're doing this kind of stuff on a live. But so I'm educating that, and I'm really stimulating collagen and elastin. It's tightening up that skin, and it's helping with that crepey eyelid. So those are the two modes that I would do on this just for eye treatment. Somebody says, oh, I am Skincare Girl. Does the red LED alone treat the eye area? Well, you're going to find out if you looked at my table right now. There's a lot of different things that we should be doing or are our options to do when we're treating a specific area. So right now, today is all about the eyes. Yes, I do red light therapy. I do this almost daily. So almost daily. And this is getting, as you can see, right up on the eye, around the eyelid, on the eyelid, around the whole eye area. Yes, this does work. I've loved this machine. It's also in my linked tree. I've been using this, oh my gosh, I want to say 3 years now. I have the neck, I've got the glove, but this is a game changer in terms of skin. It just is, it's really great because you can still open your eye and see things, but you're treating the area around the eye with, medical grade LED lights. So amazing. This is really, really amazing. Skin tone and texture, it helps with that. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, stimulates collagen, reduces pore size. It increases circulation. There's a lot going on with red light therapy. And in case you guys do not follow me on YouTube, I highly suggest that you do, only because I've got 140 videos there over the years that I've done. And I have a lot on red light therapy because there's a lot of scientific proof that it actually works, right? It has to be the right wavelength. So if you can't just like shine a red light on something and call it red light therapy. It has to be the right wavelength. And that wavelength is between 630 nanometers and 850 nanometers, a combination of red and near infrared light. So that said, let me finish up on this one little thing right here. I think I'm on this right eye. I'm just gonna get that eyelid. We already did the erase mode here to pull apart the crow's feet. And now I'm just lifting and, ooh, yeah, okay. So I'm gonna do this a couple times, and then we're gonna move on to a different sort of treatment, because like I said, it takes multiple types of treatments in order to be super effective. So yes, you can just do red light. You can just do red light alone, but it's like saying, I'm just gonna go for a walk every day if I wanna lose weight. You gotta do other stuff too, right? So it's the same when you want to be super effective in what you're doing. You wanna do the right types of creams. You wanna make sure that you're doing red light therapy, because that is effective. You want to make sure that you're doing microcurrent, proven effective. And if you, like I said, if you don't follow me on my YouTube, go to the linked tree after this and subscribe to that YouTube channel. I have a whole thing on this device, the MyoLift Mini versus the New Face, and also the MyoLift QT. I'm not doing the microcurrent eye patches today, which attach to this device and attach to the MyoLift QT, because I've got a lot of goop on, and it will ruin my patches that I put on, because those are reusable. So you want to make sure that you do it with dry skin. Right now we're goopy. So, Okay, moving on. Silicone patches. I did a whole YouTube video on silicone patches and the, basically how does it work of it all, right? And so with silicone patches, they're basically medical grade. They have an adhesive back, and it literally blocks oxygen from hitting your skin and moisture from hitting your skin, and it pulls on it from inside out. So it plumps things up. So I love these. These are by Wrinkles Schminkles. Let me see if and you know what? I don't really want to put them, well, I guess I can put one on just to show you guys. So it's just a silicone pad. It's got an adhesive back. You put them right under your eye. You want to make sure that you put them on for at least an hour. So I'm not going to get a great use out of these, but you want to make sure that you put them on for at least an hour. Some people like to sleep with them on. I personally I like to use a lot of skincare at night. So I don't sleep with them on, but sometimes I'll, when I wake up in the morning and wash my face, then I'll put these on. So can we combine microcurrent and red light together? Absolutely. That's what we're doing today. So we did a little bit of the red light therapy with the Venus. I just did the microcurrent on the eyelid to help with that crepey eyelid. We're gonna do a little bit, and I can do that with this on actually. We're gonna do a little bit of the Lumo, which is radio frequency and muscle stimulation. So why don't I do that? I'm just gonna do, while I've got the patches on, I'm gonna do this Lumo radio frequency up above. Let me see if I get a little bit more of this. And this, again, it will help stimulate collagen and elastin. It will tighten the skin. I'm gonna let's just do a regular radio frequency. So just the RF by itself, I'm gonna do on high while I'm talking. It has red light with it. Again, this machine is on my linked tree. I think I have a discount, but if you guys are interested in any of these things, just shoot me a message. I'll give you the links to anything that you want. So this is heating up. Again, like the Lumo, you can really feel the warming effect of this RF. So that, again, stimulates collagen and elastin. Ooh, that's getting super hot. Stimulates collagen, elastin, helps with fine lines and wrinkles. Really, it no downtime because it penetrates the surface skin and really gets down in there. So, whew, this one hurts, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go down to the EMS, and that is electromuscle stimulation. So again, we're gonna educate that muscle to raise up, right? I need a lot of hyaluronic acid for this, and I need to turn this machine way down, way down. Okay, oh, forgot I had these on. By Wrinkles Schminkles. These are the silicone eye pads. These are great, and they're not that expensive at all. So I love them just to kind of plump up that area. So right now we're going to do a little bit of the radio frequency around the eyes, and then I'm going to microneedle. So yeah, we got a lot of different treatments in today. Okay, this is a little painful, not going to lie. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, so this can just rejuvenate the entire eye area. You keep it moving, you make sure you've got a lot of hyaluronic acid on there. You can feel the little ding, ding, ding. I don't know how to explain it other than, oh, I'm a little gun shy here. Feels like rubber bands snapping. That's what it feels like. Rubber bands snapping. So stimulates collagen, elastin, tightens the whole area. I'm gonna just do a couple like this. And make sure that I get a good treatment here. And then we're gonna do a little microneedling and we'll be done. That'll be it. That's an hour of treatments for the eyes. I did want to talk about, if you missed the plasma pen video that I did on YouTube, make sure you click on that link tree when we're done here. Click on the YouTube channel, subscribe to that channel, and go to the plasma pen video, because that is a dramatic before and after of my eyelids. So again, I've not had surgery on my eyes. I have recommended it to certain clients who, that's what they wanted to do. It is quite costly, but it is a very easy surgery. But the plasma pen, there's probably I want to say 10 days of downtime, and that's the one that gives you little dots everywhere. But the results were just shocking, and I only did one treatment. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of an RF by the Lumo. Turn that off. And now I'm going to do a little bit of microneedling. Now, microneedling, I kid you not, is probably what I would consider to be the most effective at-home treatment for the eye. So there's a lot of different things that you can do. They have these stamps. Look at this. So this is an adjustable microneedling stamp. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay. See those? Those are surgical steel, and you can dial it down, and you simply press, and it creates microtraumas. Even since that they don't recommend that you use the Lumo on the eye area, have you found it to be safe? I think, it's like saying, yes, I realize that they say that. We're just making sure that we're on the occipital bone. So yeah, you wouldn't want to go over your eyeball with anything, with a microneedling tool or with anything. But you can stay on that occipital bone, and my occipital bone goes down to here, right? So it's only from here to here. This is really not beautiful, but it's really just from here to here that you can't go on, right? And you can even pull your skin up. And I do this a lot when I microneedle. You can pull this skin up and still stay on that occipital bone and get RF right there. So they don't want you to go over your eyeball when there's nothing protecting it, but you can stay on that occipital bone. So you just have to feel around. See, my occipital bone goes to here. That's really close to your eye, right? So I could press, I'm gonna have to get need a little close up here. Whoa, not looking very pretty right now. Yeah, so we can press this right next to our eye, and that's going to create these microtraumas, which then take about, I want to say 7 days to heal, really. I mean, there's not a lot of downtime, but it is creating microtraumas, very small perforations in the skin. A lot of people use that to help product penetrate. I do not think that that's a good idea, because you run the risk of infection. Again, I've got an alcohol spray bottle, so just know that everything that I'm doing here is very sterilized. But the main purpose of these this is the Nurse Jamie Beauty stamp. This is just some generic one that I got off of Amazon. So this is in my Amazon store, so you can click on that link for the Amazon icon and in my linked tree, and it'll take you to my Amazon store. So I love this because it dials all the way up to 2.0 millimeters and all the way down. So this is a great one. But my favorite is the Dr. Pen M8. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. And I have found that this is the most effective way in terms of devices to treat the whole entire eye area. So again, this is also on my linked tree, but you're putting a new sterile cartridge in every single time. I'm gonna start super low. Please tell me this is, oh yeah, okay. I was wondering if it was charged. Okay, so this is, did I put in a nano? Damn it. Okay, I put in a nano. So there's different number of pens that you could use. Let me turn this off. We're gonna use a nano. This is a 16 pen cartridge. This is by far my favorite. And so this is good all around pen. What I opened up on accident was a nano, which is super, super small. So they go all the way from 11, 16, 24, 36, 42, and then a nano. So this is more than 42 pens. What tends to happen with this when you use a nano is that it doesn't penetrate as deeply. So it's just like, I don't know, let me try to explain this. So if we look at this device, you can see the space in between the needles, right? And that allows for the device to go into the skin. By the way, you should also do your hands. This allows the needles to go into the skin, and it gives room for those needles to go down. The more needles is not necessarily the better. You won't get quite as good a treatment. That's why I love the 16 needle cartridge. And instead I'm using a nano, which is over 42. So I'm not gonna get I won't get an intense treatment, but maybe that might be for the best because I am getting Botox on Tuesday. So I don't wanna go in there all scabbed up. So we'll just do a little treatment of this. And for those of you who just joined, make sure you tag your 3 people and tag 3 more when I post it on my main feed, and you will be in the drawing for the caffeine mask, which helps with puffiness, and the red light therapy glasses, which helps with crow's feet and fine lines and wrinkles. So that's the giveaway this time. So make sure you've tagged your people. And now I'm gonna turn this all the way up because we are dealing with a nano, and it's not gonna be as intense. Okay, so I might have to get right up in here to show you guys. Sorry. So when you're doing your eye with a microneedling tool, you can pull this up and stay on that occipital bone. So look at how much of my actual eyelid that I'm treating, right? And you can get this is still on my bone. That's still on my bone. So you can treat closer than what you think with one of these microneedling tools. Just stay on that bone. So again, this is causing those perforations in the skin, just like when we were little and we would, ride a bicycle and you fall down, you skin your knee, your body signals to go make collagen to form that scab. Well, when you hit 25, the production of collagen decreases significantly. I think it's like 1 to 3% per year, but then when you hit menopause, you get a drastic reduction, and then it just fades away. So the situation is, if you want to continue to stimulate, if you still want to build collagen, you gotta trick your body into producing it. Let your body think, oh, I've got a trauma here that I need to come to the rescue and build new skin. So for those of you just joining, I'm seeing people are joining now. 0.25. Right now I'm all the way up. Let's see, where am I? They need to make this easier to read. I mean, it's really quite impossible. I'm at a 1.5 now, but that's because I'm on a nano. If I had a 16 gauge needle, I would be at a 0.25 or even a little bit less when you're around your eye area because the skin is so delicate. So you really wanna use like a 16 gauge needle and stay really, really shallow, like below 0.25. For my whole face, I tend to do like a 1.5 or a 1. Some places that are meatier, I'll do a 2. But around the eyes, I'm like below a 0.25. But you guys, I kid you not, this is so effective. It is really effective for fine lines and wrinkles, crow's feet, all of that. It actually helps also to thicken up the skin. So when we talked earlier about I forgot who it was that had the dark circles around the skin, and I had said it could be from really thin skin around the eyes, and you're seeing that vascularness and the muscle and the veins underneath the skin, right? So that's causing it to darken. Well, this helps to thicken up the skin. So this will help with those dark circles. In addition, one more thing that I wanted to talk about just briefly because we're out of time, but when you age, you lose this tear trough kind of pad here. And that could increase your eye bag, that could darken the skin around there. And so sometimes people will get a filler injection or a fat injection right where that tear trough is, right here. So you can kind of see it on me, right here, to kind of plump this area up. But that's another way to kind of thicken that area so you're not seeing the, you know, the veins and the muscles underneath. It's basically from thinner skin. And as we age and our collagen dips, guess what? Our skin gets thinner. That's why you see, hi Lucy. That's why you see people when they're older, they'll get like a lot of bruising and a lot of little nicks and cuts that happen when they're not really doing anything that's, you know, that should do that. It's because their skin gets paper thin. This is a trick. This is a trick right here. Lucy says, hi Darnell, I'm so glad I've just been able to join because it's useful to see how close the eye you get. Yes. Okay, Lucy, I'm gonna tell you, I'm at a depth right now at, well, okay, we have to go back over the pens then. I'm at a depth right now of 1.5, but the reason why is because I'm with a nano. So these do not get I have a nano cartridge, they do not get as deep. What you wanna do is you wanna use a 16 gauge cartridge. You wanna use a 16 needle cartridge, and you wanna be below a 0.25. So below a 0.25 around the eyes. Super important because the skin is super thin, and you can get closer than what you think as long as you stay on that occipital bone. So my bone goes all the way down to here, right? So I can get all the way down to here. Now I don't want to get too close to my eyeball. So what I do is I pull this skin up, I stay right on that bone. Wow, yeah. It doesn't tickle, guys. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't tickle, but it is super effective. It's really effective. I think, if I'm gonna be honest, more than anything else that I've shown you here today, this is the most effective for fine lines and wrinkles around the eyes. So I hope that helps. Sorry, I want to kind of like not talk while I'm doing this, which is kind of hard on an Instagram live. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to do it. Yeah. I hope that this at least takes some fear out of this, right? A lot of people get these products and they're so afraid to use them. I'm going to show you what I can't even believe I'm going to do this on a live, but we're going to do it. I'll even sometimes get right up to that occipital bone, right on the edge. Yep, let's do it right up here. I've got to be very still. Right on the edge. Yeah. How often? So I microneedle every Sunday. Oh, I'm looking like a little raccoon. I microneedle every Sunday, but I don't microneedle the same body parts. I'm gonna recap all the stuff in the very end. Yeah, I kind of started a little bit late today because I had trouble trying to figure out where I was gonna put the camera when I had so much stuff in front of me. So I'm gonna go a little bit over, and I wanna make sure that I actually get a good treatment. So you can tell my eyelids around my eyes is getting pink. That means that I'm getting a good treatment here. Even with a nano, I'm still getting a good treatment. You can go right over your eyebrows with this as well. You can go right over your eyebrows. So I don't remember who said it, but somebody said if the eyes are the window to your soul, the eyebrows and eyelashes are the curtains. So it does help with eyebrow growth, you know, so you can stamp right over your eyebrow. Stimulates collagen, stimulates hair growth, all of that. Oh, yeah. Is it worth getting nano cartridges? I only have 16. To be honest with you, I only use 16. I have these, I accidentally opened it. I have tried them before. Look, you can see all the goop. That's my skin. That's like the hyaluronic acid. I have tried them, and I just don't get as good of a result. So I think the 16 pin is a really great cartridge to have because it's just an all-around good cartridge, and it allows for the needles to actually penetrate into the skin because it has that little bit of a gap. Okay, so let's just recap what we're doing. I kind of feel like let me do this. I'm gonna just cool this area down. So I'm just grabbing the Lumo and I'm just gonna do the cool mode. No, that wasn't the cool mode. I'm just gonna do the cool mode and, dang it. Yeah, just to kind of like get the redness out. So this machine does have a cool mode. So after a treatment, sometimes it's like putting an ice pack on your eyes. So I really like it. Okay, so Lucy, I hope that answered your question. Don't get the nano. Only use the 16, but when you do the 16 around your eye, make sure you stay on that occipital bone and pull the skin up, and you want to stay below a 0.25. Okay, let me see if there was any other, I'm gonna recap. Yes, people buy these machines and then do not use them. And so it's such a waste, but just know that that's also something that I do on my one-on-one coaching. I've before done a Zoom with somebody and I've done a complete microneedling of my face, neck, chest while somebody is doing it along with me. So I can walk you through that when you need to change your cartridges. So yeah, and in terms of like how often do you do that? I know that this was one of the questions. I microneedle every Sunday, but I'll pick a different body part. I would not microneedle my eyes more than once every like 6 weeks. Because there is a point when you can do too much. So I like to keep Sundays open so that I can get a lot of different treatments in. Today is all about the eyes, but I do microneedle something. Either it's my abs, the back of my arms, around my elbows, my knees. There's this little part, you know, so there are different areas that I'll just grab a pin. That's why the 16 needle is so great, because it works for everything. So you just do a deeper depth. Okay, so let's just recap a tiny bit. If you're just joining, make sure you tag your 3 people before I get off of here. This is what's up for grabs this week, along with the caffeine mask. And then when I post this to my feed, make sure you tag 3 more people, and I'll see you guys next Sunday at 11, and we're gonna do the at-home chemical peel. So super excited about that. But to recap, this was all about the eyes. It takes more than one thing to treat the eye area if you wanna be super effective, right? So we started off with the Venus, which heats the skin. It helps to stimulate collagen. It has the red light feature as well. It helps with lymphatic drainage. Also, if you get puffy eyes, you can depuff with a roller like this. Make sure that you're aiming out here so that you're draining all of that. That's really the only purpose for these kind of rollers, really, is to get rid of the eye bags. So whether you use this or whether you use that, that's a great thing for eye bags. And if you're using a cream and you have eye bags, you want to make sure that you're using something with caffeine, right? Because that's what's going to decrease the eye bag. Okay, so then we did the microcurrent. So I did the MyoLift Mini, and I did 2 different modes with this. I did the erase mode to elongate and stretch out those crow's feet. And then I did the educate mode to really kind of lift that eyelid up. Now you could also, I could have, which I didn't, but you could have done this mode as well in the educate mode. So there's many different things that you can do around the eyes, but those 3 are the main things for this MyoLift Mini. I did not show you the MyoLift Mini eye attachment because I'm working with a lot of goop today, and so I wanted to make sure that I kept my eye masks intact. And then let's see, we did the Lumo. And I did a little radio frequency right here, still staying on the occipital bone. And I did electro muscle stimulation. So again, that is educating these eyebrows to stay high, and which also helps to decrease the crepiness of the eyelid, helps your makeup go on smoother. There's a lot going on. And then we also did some microneedling. I showed you how the stamp works, and also the Dr. Penn around the eye. So those were the treatments that we talked about in terms of fine lines and wrinkles for skincare. You want to make sure you're looking for a retinoid. There's a lot of there's a lot of different forms of retinoids. So you just want to make sure that when you're dealing with fine lines and wrinkles that your skincare has that ingredient in it, a retinoid, right? And then for the dark circles, we talked about the shadowing effect. So you need to see, is it actually my skin that has changed, the melanin in my skin has changed, or is it from shadowing, from eye bags? Is it an irritation from skincare products? I always go there. That's my first thing that I look at when I look at a patient who says they have dark circles. I'm like, what are you using? And are they dark or are they red? And so a lot of times you just eliminate that and start again with a more effective, less intense kind of eye cream. We also talked about like the silicone patches. Again, I have a YouTube video all about silicone patches that I just published. So make sure you click on that link in my linked tree and check out that video and subscribe and like and all of that stuff. I will see you guys next Sunday at 11, and we will be doing at-home chemical peels. So I'm gonna peel away. I might do a couple different things. I might do one on my chest, different one on my face. I'm not sure about my neck, but we'll see. So have a great rest of your day, you guys, and I will see you next Sunday at 11. And yeah, that's it. Live young, everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.